Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Doctor Who again. We're going to talk about Russell T Davies making comments about the 14th Doctor. Now, for those of you who don't know, there are going to be some spoilers in this video if you haven't watched The Giggle yet. It turns out that David Tennant's Doctor regenerates, but he doesn't regenerate in the normal fashion. He actually splits like an amoeba. And that's where the 15th Doctor comes from. But the 14th Doctor, which is also the 10th Doctor, is still around. Are you confused yet?
Yeah, well, no, I'm not, but Bill might be.
If you follow Doctor Who, it makes sense. Well, kind of, sort of. Actually, he just threw a lot of the canon out the window. But we're going to talk about this because apparently he's not quitting David Tennant yet. And this actually does lend some support to the critics who are like, hey, it feels like the 15th Doctor is a spin-off and not the actual Doctor. Because if he's going to keep David Tennant's Doctor around too as a spare, then we got some problems here. I think people are going to be upset. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to shopclownfish.com. We reopened the Second Chance campaign for Crimson Wren and previously on Clownfish TV graphic novels. These are actually in stock. They're sitting in the storeroom. They're ready to ship. So they'll be shipped out within a few days of you ordering them. So Geeky is furiously packing.
I'm furiously packing. I'm packing and going like, fuckity, fuck. No.
She is sometimes. I've seen her do it. Like, get in a box.
Sent with love. No, seriously, I don't do that.
So let's talk about this. You sent this story over yesterday, but before we get into what he's planning on doing with the 14th Doctor, the original plan for this Doctor was going to be that he was going to use David Tennant for flashbacks.
Okay.
So he was going to flash back to being the 10th Doctor, which does make a lot of sense because no offense to David Tennant, but he looks 20 years older than he did when he played the Doctor the first time. So unless you're using some de-aging or something, it wasn't really gonna work. But so he decided to just turn the 14th Doctor into another,
you need like a flow chart
version of the 10th Doctor, which there is precedence for that because in the 50th anniversary special, we had Tom Baker come back as the curator, and he did say to Matt Smith that he would basically wear old faces again, but just the favorites. And it's obvious that David Tennant is Russell T Davies' favorite Doctor.
David Tennant was a lot of people's favorite Doctor. I don't know if that still tracks, but
I don't know, guys. I think personally he's doing a lot to damage the good vibes people had from the previous run. But yeah, so this is coming from Screen Rant. The upcoming episodes of Doctor Who are going to mention the whereabouts of the 14th Doctor played by David Tennant. So he's not getting gone. Normally when a Doctor regenerates, he or she, I guess, might reference the old Doctor, old adventures, whatever, but this is clearly the same person. Now it's not so clear, because we've got a 14th and a 15th Doctor coexisting. While the 15th Doctor will remain the main focus, the show's not going to ignore questions about the 14th Doctor's story. The show will strike a balance between teasing Tennant and focusing on Ncuti Gatwa, ensuring that the mention of the 14th Doctor is not just fan service.
Yeah, but now because you're doing that, it's going to piss off a bunch of other people.
Yeah, because we talked about this in other videos. People are like, hey, cool, you've got the first gay black Doctor, and he's basically a spin-off of the most popular white Doctor. This is problematic. I know, right? So for a show that's going out of its way to be progressive and be like, look, we put a wheelchair ramp in the TARDIS, and Davros doesn't use a wheelchair anymore. That's how progressive we are. And we've got a trans companion now. That's how progressive we are. Oh, but yeah, this other Doc, he's just like a spin-off. He's the Miles Morales of Doctor Who. They said, yeah, he's going to be the 15th Doctor will be the show's primary focus, but they're going to constantly reference the 14th Doctor. Davies,
it's going to go so well.
That's not going to go well. That is not going to go well. Davies confirms that viewers will hear about the 14th Doctor in news stories. He promised the show wouldn't ignore all the questions about when Tennant's next story starts, because the 14th Doctor gets one mention in the show's upcoming episodes. It's unclear if the mention will be in the Christmas special or season 14. Tennant says, all I'm going to be asked is, so what does that mean? When's the next story? When's the Davies says, yes, I think that's starting already. Let me tell you, you get mentioned once. Oh, showbiz is harsh. One mention. So look, there are, I don't know if they're true or not. There are rumors out there. These are rumors. I don't know if they're legit or not. And it seems pretty far out there, but, the rumors about the Doctor starting out as a little girl, those rumors seemed absolutely ridiculous, and it turned out to be true. Mm-hmm. The rumor is that they're going to use this story to set up the Valeyard, which was an evil version of the Doctor, which put himself on trial in the original series, and everybody wondered where this Doctor is because he should have shown up by now, according to what was stated in the original show, right? But they threw a lot of that out anyway. But so they're wondering if one of these doctors, either Ncuti's Doctor or David Tennant's Doctor, doesn't wind up becoming the Valeyard and winds up becoming a big bad.
Oh, it can't be Ncuti's Doctor because that would be even worse. They'd be like,
the rumor is it's
you
his.
made him black, gay, and he's a villain now. Because black gay men can't ever be villains.
Well, the rumor is it actually is going to be his Doctor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's going to go over great. Even though, I'm sure there are some people out there who prefer being a villain to a hero.
Yeah. So that is a huge rumor. Because they're basically saying, well, within the next, 2 or 3 seasons, I'm like, you're setting up an awful lot in advance, and I don't know. But it does open the door for the Valeyard because we've got 2 Doctors. It does open the door for the Curator, which was Tom Baker's Doctor. I mean, I kept thinking, well, maybe David Tennant's Doctor is the one that just regenerates into old Doctors. So he'll eventually regenerate into or degenerate into Tom Baker and go retire, and it also potentially sets up the Watcher, which was another Doctor spinoff that was, he was just like a glowing white figure, but he merged with the 4th Doctor to help him regenerate into the 5th Doctor. So it would be this Doctor basically
I can't even
going into himself to help himself regenerate to keep, what I'm saying? Like, it's getting really confusing. It was so much easier when it was like, yep, this Doctor's dead. So he's going to regenerate into another Doctor. And then we're going to just keep going and going. Now we got and then Davies is like, oh yeah, all these Doctors, now they've all bigenerated. So we've got all these Doctors coexisting next to each other. I'm like, what the hell does that do to the timeline? Like, have you thought none of this through? I don't think he has. I think he's just like, wouldn't it be fun if we had like a multiverse of Doctors?
No, I think he's just like, what'll piss people off?
What'll piss people off?
Let's do
What'll
that.
piss people off?
Now laugh about it.
Oh, we'll ship the 14th and 15th Doctors. That's what we'll do.
When you say go fuck yourself, that's what you mean.
That's what you mean yeah. So Davies is like, hey, I told the fans to go fuck themselves, just like the Doctor does. He fucks himself often. Yeah, I don't know. So he said the 14th Doctor mentioned in an upcoming episode sheds light on how the show will continue acknowledging the Doctor's bigeneration. Yeah, I don't know. I think there is a reason that they did it this way, and I don't know if it's going to piss people off. I think it's probably
they're clearly, I mean, whether it just be one mention or otherwise, I think it's more going to do more with the 14th than they originally had planned. And so, it is kind of coming across as people were complaining. Like they were saying, you basically just feel like, the 15th for black gay Doctor is just, not the actual Doctor. And now you're putting the focus on, you're not only splitting the Doctor, you're splitting the focus.
Yeah, David Tennant is Peter Parker, and Ncuti Gatwa is Miles Morales. And there's only one, because in most people's minds, since he didn't properly regenerate, it's going to be David Tennant is still the proper Doctor. And that's how they're going to view it. And, unless, again, there's like a huge plot twist here, but I think it's basically if the show's ratings start tanking, we just pull the David card and we bring David back. And that's how we get people to come back. Could you imagine that if they did that in the original series? If it was like, yeah, every time the ratings slip back in the 80s, and God knows they slipped, we'll just bring Tom Baker back. Mm-hmm. That'll make everybody happy. It's like, that's what we do. Like, we have a contract with David Tennant. Whenever the show's ratings sag, the Doctor just regenerates back into David Tennant, and we get people back for a little bit. And then we try it again and again and again and again. But I don't know. One doctor that they're not going to bring back is obviously Christopher Eccleston, who said he would come back if they fired everybody. He sounds happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess he has reason. He had reasons he left.
Yeah.
I was thinking he looks really old.
He does. He looks grumpy. Well, I mean, you got to figure, when did they relaunch Doctor Who? It was like 2005.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going on like 18 years now.
Yeah, but still, he looks awfully old in 18 years. I don't know.
Well, he's seen some shit. He did that G.I. Joe movie, you know, yes. And, but no, I actually like Christopher Eccleston quite a bit. I would have loved to see him come back for the 50th, but he did not come back.
He looks way older than 60.
Yeah, he's been there, done that. He's done. He's over it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I personally just, I don't give a shit anymore. I never thought I would get to a place where, like, all my favorite franchises, I just don't care. Doctor Who, I don't care. Star Wars, I don't care.
Yeah, if you told me this like 10 years ago, I thought you were crazy.
Yeah, this was like the family show. Like, we watched Doctor Who every week. And it's just like, and it's like, if you told me, hey, David Tennant's coming back, Russell T Davies is coming back, and you're not going to care, I'd be like, what the hell kind of old, cynical asshole did I turn into? You'll start doing YouTube. That's what happened. That's what happened to you. You started doing YouTube between then and now you just hate everything. But there you go, guys. So 14's not going away. Good luck with that. I cannot wait to see all the hit pieces being written like, you know, it's not fair. Ncuti Gatwa didn't get a proper regeneration.
They already are.
Yeah, I know. Well, just wait, because I'm sure they're going to ramp it up, especially if they mention David Tennant throughout the series. You know, like, oh yeah, the real doctor's still out there. You're just a spare. You're just a clone. You're just an amoeba. You're not the actual doctor. We're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Okay. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.